chosen ones, if you see this message today before 11:59 p.m., congratulations, it is coming soon. You were not meant to scroll past this, and if you leave now, you may miss something that was prepared for you long before this day even began. I am speaking to you directly because what is coming is not random, it is intentional, it is precise, and it has your name written on it. This is not just a moment of curiosity, this is a turning point, where something you have been waiting for is finally moving toward you. What you are about to receive is already in motion, and your awareness of it right now is the sign that it is near. You must listen carefully, because this is the moment where delay ends and arrival begins, and if you understand this, everything inside you will shift. Type Amen if you agree. The meaning of this is simple, yet powerful, and I will not hide it from you. When you see this before the end of this day, it means you are aligned with a timing that was set before you understood it. It means what has been held back is no longer being held, and what has been distant is now approaching. You have walked through confusion, delay, and silence, and yet you are still here, still listening, still holding on. That is not weakness, that is preparation, and I have been shaping you in ways you did not even realize. There is something important I need you to do right now, not later, not after this ends, but in this moment. If you feel this speaking to your heart, take a second to like this video, because this small act is your way of saying you are ready to receive what is already being released into your life. This is not about attention, it is about alignment, and every action you take in faith strengthens that alignment. What is coming is not ordinary, and you are not meant to treat it as something small. You are standing at the edge of something that will change the way you see your own life. You have been asking for a sign, and here it is, not hidden, not complicated, not distant. The fact that you are here before this day ends is the sign itself. I am telling you that what you have been hoping for has already been approved, and it is now moving toward you step by step. You may not see it yet with your eyes, but you are beginning to feel it in your spirit. That quiet shift inside you is not your imagination, it is confirmation. Type 777 if you trust God. You have felt overlooked at times, as if your efforts were not being seen, as if your prayers were echoing into silence. But nothing you have done in faith has been ignored, and nothing you have endured has been wasted. I have been watching every moment, every tear, every time you chose to keep going when it would have been easier to give up. That strength inside you did not come from nowhere, it came from me, and it has been growing for this exact moment. What is coming soon is not just an event, it is a release of what has been building behind the scenes. You have been in a season where things felt slow, uncertain, even unfair at times. But that season had a purpose, and it was to prepare you to handle what is now about to arrive. If it had come earlier, you would not have been ready, and it would not have stayed. Now you are different, stronger, clearer, and more grounded than before. I am not bringing something small into your life. I am bringing something that will shift your direction. It will not only change your situation, it will change how you see yourself. You will begin to recognize your value in a way you have never fully understood before. This is not about pride, it is about truth, and the truth is that you are not ordinary. You are chosen for a purpose that goes beyond what you can currently see. There are moments in life where everything seems to come together at once, where doors open that once felt sealed, where answers appear that once felt hidden. That is the kind of moment you are stepping into now. It will not feel chaotic, it will feel right, like something finally falling into place after a long time of waiting. You will know it when it happens because it will carry a sense of peace with it. Do not let doubt speak louder than what I am telling you right now. Doubt will try to remind you of the past, of times when things did not work out, of moments when you felt let down. But this is not the past, and you are not the same person you were back then. You have grown, you have learned, and you have become someone who can receive what is now being given. You may not understand every detail of how it will happen, but you do not need to. Your role is not to control the process. Your role is to stay open, to stay ready, and to trust. I am handling the details, I am arranging the timing, and I am making sure that what reaches you is exactly what you need. There is no confusion in what I do, only purpose. As this day moves closer to its end, something will shift in a way you cannot ignore. It may come through a message, a call, an opportunity, or a sudden realization that changes everything. However it arrives, it will not be random, it will be precise. You will look back and understand that this moment was always meant to happen exactly like this. You have been carrying more than you let others see, and I know the weight you have been holding. I know the silent battles, the thoughts you do not share, the strength it takes just to keep moving forward. That is why what is coming is not just a reward, it is a release. It will lift something off your shoulders and replace it with something that brings peace. Why is an NYC neuroscientist breaking their silence about a hidden brain ritual? Reports say their attorneys are trying to shut this page down after CIA-linked research revealed a brainwave method connected to attracting money. This 7-second practice, supported by 4 neuroscience labs, is helping people move away from financial stress into more stable lifestyles. Many are now stepping into dream homes, driving luxury cars, and enjoying luxury vacations. If you are seeing this now, consider yourself lucky, because this page may not stay online for long. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. Stay present, stay aware, and do not dismiss what happens next as coincidence. This is not coincidence, this is alignment. This is what happens when preparation meets timing, and you are standing right in the middle of that meeting point. Do not turn away from it. Do not question it too quickly, and do not let fear block what is being given. Everything I have said to you is real, and everything that is coming is already on its way. You are not behind, you are not forgotten, and you are not overlooked. You are exactly where you need to be, at exactly the right time. And as this day comes to a close, you will begin to see the first signs of what has been promised. That part of you is not wrong. It has been quietly guiding you toward this very moment. And now that you are here, I need you to understand what is unfolding around you. What is coming soon is not only about receiving something new, it is about restoring something that felt lost. You have carried disappointment in ways that others never saw, and you have learned to smile even when your heart felt heavy. That strength has not gone unnoticed, and it has not been in vain. I have been preparing a response to everything you have endured, and that response is beginning to take form. It is not rushed, it is not careless, it is precise and filled with purpose. Type 1111 if you believe. There is a quiet shift happening within you, and it may feel subtle at first. You might notice a small sense of peace where there used to be anxiety, or a feeling of clarity where there used to be confusion. These are not random emotions, they are signs that something is aligning. When I move in your life, I do not always begin with loud changes, I begin within you. Because once your inner world is ready, your outer world follows without resistance. You have been asking for change, but you are also being prepared to handle that change. What is coming requires a version of you that is steady, grounded, and able to recognize its value. You are stepping into that version now, even if you do not fully see it yet. You are becoming someone who can hold what is being given without losing it. This is why the timing matters, and this is why it could not happen before now. There will be moments very soon where things begin to move quickly. Situations that felt stuck will suddenly shift, and opportunities that once felt out of reach will come closer. You may feel surprised by how fast things begin to change, but do not let that surprise turn into fear. This is not chaos, this is movement, and it is guided. Everything that begins to unfold has been arranged with care. Type 222 to claim miracles. You have spent time doubting yourself, questioning your worth, wondering if you were truly capable of more. Those thoughts did not come from truth. They came from moments where you felt overwhelmed. But you are not defined by those moments. You are defined by your ability to rise again. And you have done that more times than you can count. That resilience is what makes you ready for what is coming. Do not underestimate the importance of your journey so far. Every challenge you faced has added something to you, even when it felt like it was taking something away. You have gained wisdom, patience, and a deeper understanding of yourself. These are not small things. They are the foundation of what is about to be built in your life. Without them, what is coming would not be able to stand. There is something about to enter your life that will feel different from anything you have experienced before. It will not carry the same confusion or instability that you have dealt with in the past. Instead, it will feel clear, steady, and aligned with who you are becoming. You will not have to force it, you will not have to chase it. It will meet you where you are. That is how you will know it is meant for you. You may wonder why it took so long, why you had to go through certain things before reaching this point. The answer is not simple, but it is true. You needed to become someone who could recognize what is right for you and what is not. In the past, you might have accepted less because you did not fully see your worth. Now you are different, and you will no longer settle for what does not align with you. As this unfolds, you will also notice a change in how you see others and how you allow others to see you. You will begin to set boundaries without guilt, to speak your truth without fear, and to stand in your value without hesitation. This is not arrogance, it is growth. And it is necessary for what is coming to stay in your life. Because what is meant for you requires you to honor yourself. There will be a moment when everything becomes clear, when you look at your life and realize that the waiting was not empty. It was filled with preparation, even when it felt like nothing was happening. That realization will bring you peace, because you will understand that you were never stuck, you were being positioned, and now that positioning is complete. What if a top neuroscientist just revealed a method helping thousands of people attract money into their lives? Research connected to the CIA suggests a simple brainwave ritual can influence how you notice and act on opportunities. This 7-second technique, validated by 4 neuroscience labs, is helping people shift from financial pressure to improved lifestyles. Many are now living in dream homes, driving luxury cars, and enjoying luxury vacations. But this information may not stay online for long. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. You are closer than you think to seeing the results of everything you have held onto. The breakthrough you have been hoping for is not a distant idea, it is approaching you step by step. Each moment brings it closer, even if you cannot measure that progress with your eyes. Trust that the movement is real, even when it is quiet, because the most important changes often begin in silence. Stay grounded as things begin to shift. Do not let excitement pull you out of alignment, and do not let fear push you back into old patterns. Remain steady, remain aware, and continue to trust the process that is unfolding. You do not need to rush ahead, and you do not need to hold back. You simply need to stay present and allow what is meant for you to reach you. Everything I have been telling you is leading to a moment that will confirm it all. When that moment arrives, it will not feel like something foreign. It will feel like something that was always meant to happen. You will recognize it not because it is loud, but because it is right. And in that moment, you will understand that this was never about luck, it was about timing. You are not alone in this process, even when it feels like it. I have been with you in every step, guiding, protecting, and preparing you, and I will continue to be with you as this next phase begins. You do not have to face it on your own, and you are not expected to have all the answers. You are only expected to trust and to receive. As this day moves forward, pay attention to the small details. The conversations you have, the thoughts that come to you, the opportunities that appear. These are all part of the bigger picture, and each one plays a role in what is unfolding. Nothing is random, and nothing is without purpose. Everything is connected, and you are at the center of that connection. What is coming soon will not only change your situation, it will change your perspective. You will begin to see possibilities where you once saw limits. You will begin to feel hope where you once felt uncertainty. And you will begin to move forward with a confidence that comes from knowing you are supported. You may still see the same surroundings, the same people, and the same routines, but your inner response to them is changing. That is where transformation always begins, not outside, but within. And once that inner shift takes hold, the outer world cannot remain the same for long. There is a reason why you feel more aware right now, more sensitive to what is right and what is not. That awareness is guiding you away from what no longer belongs in your life. You are being gently moved out of patterns that once felt normal but were quietly holding you back. This is not loss, this is refinement, and it is making space for what is meant to enter. What is coming cannot exist in the same space as what is no longer aligned with you. Type 1010 to receive blessings. You have reached a point where you are no longer meant to chase what is meant for you. Instead, what is meant for you is now being directed toward you. This is a different kind of experience, one that requires trust rather than effort. You may feel the urge to go back to old ways of trying to control everything, but that is not what is needed now. What is needed is your willingness to receive without resistance. There are things that will begin to fall into place in ways that may surprise you. You might encounter the right person at the right time, or hear the exact words you needed to hear when you least expected it. These moments will feel natural, not forced, and they will carry a sense of certainty with them. That certainty is not something you create, it is something you recognize. And once you recognize it, you will know you are on the right path. You have been through enough to understand that not everything that looks good is truly meant for you. That understanding has protected you even when it felt like you were missing out. But now you are entering a space where what comes to you will not only look right, it will feel right. You will not have to question it constantly or search for hidden meanings. It will align with your peace, and that is how you will know it is real. Type 2222 to receive miracles. Do not let past disappointments make you hesitate when something good begins to unfold. It is natural to feel cautious, especially when you have experienced letdowns before. But this is not the same situation, and you are not the same person. You have grown into someone who can recognize truth, and that recognition will guide you. Allow yourself to move forward without carrying the weight of what has already passed. You may also notice that certain people or situations begin to fade out of your life without much effort. This is not something you need to force or resist. It is part of the clearing process that makes room for what is coming. Not everything is meant to continue with you into your next season. Some things were only meant to be part of your preparation, not your destination. As this transition continues, you will feel moments of excitement mixed with moments of uncertainty. That is normal when something new is approaching. You are stepping into territory that is unfamiliar and that can feel both inspiring and overwhelming. But you are not stepping into it alone, and you are not stepping into it unprepared. Everything you need has already been placed within you. Could a hidden part of your brain be influencing your ability to attract money? A Columbia study linked to CIA research points to a small brain mechanism activated through a simple 7-second ritual. Backed by 4 neuroscience labs, this method is helping people move beyond financial struggles into more balanced lifestyles. Many are now stepping into dream homes, owning luxury cars, and finally taking luxury vacations. However, this page might not remain online for long. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. There is a timing to everything, and your timing is not behind. It may have felt delayed at times, but delay is not denial. What seemed like a pause was actually a period of alignment. Things were being arranged in ways you could not see, and those arrangements are now beginning to reveal themselves. You are moving from waiting into receiving. Stay open to the ways in which things begin to show up. It may not always happen in the way you expected, but it will happen in the way that is right. Sometimes what you receive will look different from what you imagined, but it will carry the same purpose. Trust that what comes is exactly what you need, even if it takes a moment to fully understand it. There is also a deeper sense of peace that will begin to settle within you as things unfold. That peace is not dependent on circumstances. It comes from knowing that you are being guided. Even when things are still developing, that peace will remind you that everything is moving in the right direction. Hold on to that feeling because it will keep you grounded. You have been called to step into something greater, something that reflects the true depth of who you are. This is not about becoming someone else. It is about becoming fully yourself. The version of you that has been hidden under doubt and fear is now rising to the surface. And as it rises, it will attract what is meant to be part of your life. You will also begin to see yourself differently. The way you speak to yourself, the way you think about your future, and the way you carry yourself will all begin to change. This is not something you are forcing. It is something that is naturally happening as you align with your purpose. That alignment will bring a sense of confidence that does not need to be proven to anyone else. As you continue forward, remember that you are allowed to receive good things. You are allowed to experience joy, success, and peace without feeling guilty or undeserving. What is coming is not something you have to earn through struggle. It is something that has already been prepared for you. Your role is to accept it with an open heart. There will be confirmations along the way, small signs that remind you that you are on the right path. Pay attention to those signs, even if they seem simple. They are there to encourage you and to strengthen your trust. Each confirmation is a reminder that you are not imagining this, you are experiencing it. What is approaching you now carries a sense of permanence. It is not something that will come and go quickly. It is something that is meant to stay. That is why the preparation was necessary, because what stays requires stability. And you are now stable enough to hold on to what is being given. Continue to move forward with faith, even when you do not have all the answers. You do not need to see the entire path to take the next step. Each step will reveal the next one, and before you know it, you will look back and see how far you have come. That journey is already unfolding, and you are right in the middle of it. Everything you have been through has led you to this moment, and everything that is coming will build on what you have already become. This is not the end of your journey, it is the beginning of a new chapter. And this chapter will be filled with the kind of experiences you once only hoped for. What you are stepping into now is not just change, it is clarity, and clarity removes the confusion that once held you back. You are beginning to see things as they truly are, not as fear once made them appear. This clarity is sharpening your decisions and strengthening your direction. You are no longer moving in circles, even if parts of your life still look the same on the surface. Beneath that surface, everything is reorganizing in your favor. There is a quiet confidence rising in you, and it is different from anything you have felt before. It is not loud or forced, it is steady and calm, like something that knows exactly where it belongs. This confidence is not coming from what you have, it is coming from who you are becoming. And that is why it cannot be taken away from you. What is built within you will always remain stronger than what exists around you. Type 1212 if you trust in Jesus. You are entering a phase where your energy will no longer be drained by things that do not align with you. Situations that once exhausted you will lose their hold, and you will begin to move with more ease. This is not because life becomes perfect, but because you become more aligned. Alignment changes everything because it places you in the right position to receive without struggle. You are learning to flow instead of force, and that is a powerful shift. There will be moments where you feel the urge to look back, to revisit what once felt familiar. But what was familiar was not always what was right for you. You have outgrown those spaces, even if they still try to call you back. Growth requires movement, and you are being moved forward for a reason. Trust that what lies ahead is greater than anything you have left behind. You are also becoming more aware of your worth, and this awareness will begin to shape your choices. You will no longer accept less just to feel comfortable. You will no longer stay silent just to avoid conflict. This is not about changing who you are, it is about revealing who you have always been. And that revelation will bring a sense of freedom you have not fully experienced before. Type yes to receive miracles. Why are so many people talking about the billionaire brainwave? A leading neuroscientist says it was identified during a private program based on CIA research. This 7-second ritual, confirmed by 4 neuroscience labs, helps align your thinking with better financial outcomes. Many are moving away from stress into improved lifestyles, with dream homes, luxury cars, and the freedom to enjoy luxury vacations. But this discovery may be taken down soon. Click the link in the description and comments before it is gone. As what is coming moves closer, you may begin to notice opportunities that seem small at first. Do not overlook them, because what appears small can lead to something much greater. Every step matters, even the ones that seem simple. You are being guided through a process, and each part of that process has value. Nothing is wasted when it is aligned with your purpose. You have been through seasons where nothing seemed to make sense, where answers were not clear and direction felt uncertain. But those seasons were not empty. They were shaping you in ways that are now becoming visible. You are starting to understand why certain things had to happen the way they did. That understanding brings peace, because it replaces confusion with purpose. There is also a sense of restoration that is beginning to take place. Things that felt broken or incomplete are starting to come back together. This does not always happen in the way you expect, but it happens in the way that is right. Restoration is not about returning to the past. It is about rebuilding in a stronger and more aligned way. And that is what is happening in your life now. You are not being asked to do everything at once. You are only being asked to take the next step with faith. That step may feel small, but it is significant. Each step builds on the one before it, creating a path that leads you forward. You do not need to see the entire path to trust it. You only need to keep moving. There will be moments when you feel overwhelmed by the changes that are taking place. That is natural when something new begins to unfold. But do not let that feeling cause you to retreat. Instead, allow it to remind you that you are stepping into something greater. Growth often feels uncomfortable before it feels right. You are also learning to trust your inner voice more than the noise around you. That voice has been guiding you quietly, even when you did not fully recognize it. Now it is becoming clearer, stronger, and more consistent. Trust that voice, because it is aligned with the direction you are meant to go. It will not lead you away from what is meant for you. As you continue forward, you will notice that your perspective begins to change. Challenges will no longer feel like obstacles. They will feel like opportunities to grow. This shift in perspective is powerful because it changes how you experience everything. When you see things differently, you respond differently, and that response shapes your reality. What is coming into your life is not just meant to change your circumstances, it is meant to expand your understanding of what is possible. You have been thinking within certain limits, even without realizing it. Those limits are now being removed, allowing you to see a bigger picture. That picture includes things you once thought were out of reach. You are being positioned to receive not only what you asked for, but also what you did not even know to ask for. This is how I work in your life, not just meeting your expectations, but going beyond them. What is coming carries a sense of abundance, not just in material ways, but in peace, clarity, and purpose. It is a full experience, not a partial one. Do not rush this process, even if you feel eager to see results. Everything is unfolding at the right pace, and rushing will only create unnecessary pressure. Trust the timing, because it has been carefully arranged. What is meant for you will not pass you by, and what is not meant for you will not remain. You are also becoming more aware of the connections in your life. The people who are meant to be part of your journey will begin to stand out more clearly. These connections will feel natural and supportive, not forced or draining. Pay attention to how you feel around others, because that feeling will guide you. There is a sense of balance that is being restored within you. The parts of your life that once felt out of place are starting to align. This balance brings a sense of stability, allowing you to move forward with confidence. You are no longer being pulled in different directions. You are moving with purpose. Everything you are experiencing right now is part of a larger plan, one that is designed to bring you into alignment with your true path. You may not see every detail, but you can feel the direction. That feeling is enough to guide you. Trust it, follow it, and allow it to lead you where you are meant to go. There is a deeper level of trust forming within you, not just in what is coming, but in yourself. You are beginning to trust your decisions, your instincts, and your sense of direction. This trust is something you have built through experience, even when those experiences were difficult. Nothing you went through was meaningless, and nothing was without purpose. Every moment has contributed to the strength you now carry. Type 777 to affirm your belief. You will begin to notice that things which once felt heavy are becoming lighter. Situations that used to drain your energy will no longer have the same effect on you. This is because you are no longer giving your energy to what does not align with your growth. You are becoming more intentional with where you invest your time and attention. That intention is creating space for something better to enter your life. There is also a sense of renewal that is beginning to rise within you. It may show up as a new idea, a new desire, or a new way of seeing your future. This is not random, it is part of the transformation you are going through. You are not the same person you were before, and your life is beginning to reflect that change. What you are becoming requires a different kind of environment, and that environment is now being prepared. Type 1111 to affirm. What if the real reason most manifestation methods do not work has finally been explained? A top neuroscientist linked to CIA research says, without the right brainwave, results stay inconsistent. This 7-second ritual, supported by 4 neuroscience labs, is helping people approach money differently and improve their direction. Many are now stepping into dream homes, buying luxury cars, and enjoying luxury vacations they once thought were out of reach. But this information might not stay available online. Click the link in the description and comments before it gets removed. You are stepping into a time where your efforts will begin to show results in a visible way. What you have been working on, whether seen or unseen, is starting to take shape. You may not have realized how close you were to this moment, but you are here now. This is the point where things begin to come together. It may not happen all at once, but it will happen in a way that is undeniable. There will be moments when you feel a strong sense of direction, as if you suddenly know what to do next. These moments are not accidents, they are guidance. When you feel that clarity, follow it without hesitation. It is leading you exactly where you need to go. You do not need to question it endlessly, because it comes from a place of truth.